Okay, today what we're going to talk about is mentally setting the table with your buyers and sellers. Mentally setting the table. Think about it. They've never bought a home. They've never spent what's up, Rich Farless? Good to see you, buddy. But they have never bought a home before. Let's just a little condo for $250,000, $300,000. If they've never bought anything, it's scary as could be. I remember buying my first expensive home, and I think it was, I want to say $189,000. I was nervous, right? And so you guys are used to it. They're not. So you want to kind of mentally set the table. So how do you mentally set the table? We'll start with buyers. I like to do expectations. I tell them, hey, here's the bottom line. I'm going to find you your dream home in the next 1 to 3 weekends. Like, we're going to find you a home that with the white picket fence and the swing in front of the oak tree and your dream home to raise your family. I'm going to find you this. I promise you. I'm going to deliver to you on a silver platter in 1 to 3 weeks. I work like a dog to make that happen. It's not just a sales thing. This is what I expect. And so now they're kind of expecting to buy a home, right? Now, sometimes I want to preface this with, sometimes people just aren't ready. Has anyone ever had someone say, well, hey, I'm not ready to buy a home for a year. I think interest rates need to come way further. I'm worried about the stock market really correcting. We're just going to sit back for 6 months, a year, maybe 2 years before we spend $1 million, $2 million, or even buy that condo for $300,000. I want to wait. So what we're taught to do in real estate school, and I think this is wrong, I go, hey, the cost of waiting, if those rates don't drop and they go up half of a point, you borrow $400,000 over a 30-year note, that's going to be another $30,000 in interest. If that price goes up another $20,000, you waiting a year, year and a half, if the market goes up, say, 5% on a $400,000 home, that's $20,000 plus $30,000. That's $50,000 it's going to cost you to wait. I would not take that chance. And I disagree with this, but we're taught to show them the cost of waiting. I don't do that. Because then you're arguing with them. You're saying you're not smart for waiting. I'm smart. Let me show you why I'm smart and you're not. I don't like that. I say, hey, no problem. Tom Costello, you can wait a year. No problem. You can wait 2 years. Not a problem. But Tom, what I want to do right now is I'm going to take you out and show you what $1 million will buy you in Westminster Abbey. Or I want to show you what you can get for $3 million in the south part of Connecticut or in Bozeman, Montana. I'm going to show you what kind of ranch you can get for $3.5 million. That way, next year, a year from now, next summer, a year from this summer, when you do buy that ranch for $3.5 million, you're going to have something to compare it to. Basically, Tom, basically Rich Farless, basically Charlene and James Massey and Makeba, what I want to do, or Makeba, I see how you show me how to pronounce that properly. Yes, I was reading. What I want to do is get your feet wet. Write that down. I just want to get your feet wet. Write this down. I just want to introduce you to the market. That way, when you do buy a home on the beach or on the lake or on the river or in that perfect suburb of Folsom or Rockland or Granite Bay or El Dorado Hills, when you do buy, you're going to be a more educated buyer. You're going to have something to compare it to. I want to show you, Rich Farless, I want to show you 1 or 2 homes. That's it. It takes 5 minutes a house. Literally, this will take us like 10 or 15 minutes to do. And I know you're not ready to buy for a year, year and a half. Do you have 20 or 30 minutes? We need to go show you 2 of the best homes money can buy for $10 million at Lake Tahoe. It's going to be fun, and it's going to make you a more educated buyer. So you have something to compare it to. You know what people say to me all the time? Absolutely, let's go. I don't say, well, you really should think about buying now, and rates may go up. And if the price of the home goes up 5% on an $800,000 home, that's $40,000. 5% of $800,000 is $40,000 more. $30,000 in interest, $70,000. If it goes up 10%, all you can think about it's $80,000 just in lost appreciation. And the 30, that's $110,000. I don't do that. I put my arm around and said, no problem. Wait a year, wait 2 years. But in the meantime, let's get your feet wet. Let me introduce you to the market. Let me show you the best money can buy for $300,000, for $1.3 million, for $10.3 million. You notice my voice doesn't change. It doesn't matter whether it's $300,000 or $10.3 million. Let me show you the best money can buy for $10.3 million. Let me show you the best money can buy for $300,000. I want to get your feet wet. I want to show you what the market looks like here in Napa, Monterey, Carmel, Sierra, more educated buyer, so you make a better, more educated purchase. Sound good? and shut up and stop talking. They will say every time, sure. And I go, I'm just going to show you 1 or 2 homes. Boom, done. And guess what? Everyone write this down. If they look, they buy. Fact. If they will look, they buy. I have found it to be so true. I can't tell you people, I went out and showed them one home and they bought it because I showed them the best home money could buy for 400,000. Like, I love it. I don't want to wait. We'll put in an offer now, and so I would do that. And then you all know my strategy. They say, look, I can afford up to 5, but I don't want to go past 425. So I show them what they want. I listen, but then I have one they can afford up to 5. They might even tell me to go up to 5, but I talk to their lender and I know because I turn them on to the lender. And anybody here gets someone to say, well, I already have a lender. I said, hey, that's great. But my lender always saves everybody minimum a quarter of a point, always. And you don't know this, but it's like $20,000 typically is what you'll save. And closing costs, did you ask your lender what your closing costs are? Everyone get this, really important. What are closing? So you didn't ask them, did they tell you what your closing? No, they didn't mention it. Wow. Whoa. Big red flag, guys. Everyone write this down. Did your lender tell you what your closing cost? Big red flag. Like that really concerns me for you because you have your down payment and you have your closing costs. Closing costs could be $6,000. They could be $16,000. They may be quoting you a rate of 5.5%. You're like, wow, this is so great. But they do that by inflating your closing costs and buying down the rate. So like, hey, I shopped around. Everyone else was quoting me 6.25. This U.S. home mortgage, 5.5. It's still 3.5% down or 3% down or whatever. 5.5. I love these guys. Oh, that's awesome. It's fantastic. So what are your closing costs? I'm not really sure. I go, wow, well, they gave you a good faith estimate, right? And I didn't get one of those. Whoa, A, that's against the law. And B, that is a major red flag. So here's what I'm going to do. We're going to call my lender right now. He saves everybody a quarter of a point. I can't even think of a time he didn't save people a quarter of a point. And his closing costs, when everyone else charges $12,000, he'll charge like $7,000. If I save you $5,000, that's cash out of your bank account. If you could buy a home with $7,000 instead of $12,000, and that leaves $5,000 in your bank account, could you use that to buy some beautiful new patio furniture for your house, or maybe buy a new couch or something fun, or just have it in the bank for peace of mind? Yeah. I go, do you have 1 second? I want to introduce you to my lender, Lori Allen. She is awesome. Lori Allen's the best lender. I know I've had 100 lenders in Park City try to get my business. I would not a chance. She is the best. She's not one of the best. She is the best. Do you have a quick second? Yeah. And I do this. Watch this. I'll do it right now. Let's see. Hold on. This will be fun. Okay. I just called my lender. I'm calling my lender right now. I want to introduce you to my lender. So, yeah, eyebrows went up. Go ahead and take that. I just called somebody on the Zoom here. Go ahead and take it. Hey, Tom, how you doing?
Go. How are you?
I'm doing awesome. Hey, I'm sitting here with Lori Allen. I just met her here at a $3 million cabin here in Salt Lake City. She's being quoted a rate of 5.5%, which is really good, but they did not give her the closing cost rate, which you and I both know is a major red flag. Yep, I know. His mouth. Lori, I want to introduce you to Tom. This is Tom. There he is. Tom, say hi to Lori. Look at that. Look at that. See? So I do that every single time. Like I do that 10 times a day at my open houses. Tom, I'm going to let you go. Okay, thank you. Boom. So the point is, I am on the phone. Do you have? Because you can say, I'll give you their number. Here's their business card. If you're handing out business cards, you are a rookie. If you give people your business card, you are a rookie. Don't give out your business card. You need to get so good you get their information. Listen to me. They are never going to call you. Stop giving out your business cards and hoping. That's the worst strategy. I haven't given out a business card in 20 years. I don't give out business cards. I said, oh my gosh, the open house has been so good today. I'm out of business cards. It's been crazy. But I say things that are so compelling that they give me their cell phone number. They're never calling you, but you have to learn, well, how do I do that? Do 30 open houses in the next 30 days. Write that down. Well, I don't want to do it. Good. Suffer. Because you're suffering because you're not any good. Guess what I've done? I haven't done 30 in 30 days, but I've done a bunch. And my friend Chris Okamura, he quit his job as a general manager for Berkshire Hathaway, joined EXP. He had a monthly salary. I think he's making like $10,000 a month. He's like, man, I got to make some money. So I need every bit of that to survive. So he chose to do 30 open houses in 30 days. He did it every single day for 30 straight days. He sold 7 homes his first month at EXP from a dead stop. Would you like to sell 7 homes in the next 30 days? Well, why don't you have some gumption, baby? And like, well, who would I call? Call 100 people, figure it out. Well, how would I do it? Hunger drives you forward. You guys, you and not me, you and not Glenn Sanford, you and not your shaker, you and you alone are holding you back. You are the solution and you are the problem. So back to managing expectations. I only did my first one. I tell people they're going to buy a home within 1 to 3 weekends, period. I absolutely promise you I'm going to help you get your dream home. And then a lot of times I've talked to their lender. I know, hey, they're good up to 5. They're good up to $1 million. They're good up to 2 million. They may be looking at 1.5. And I show them a house at 1.5 because everyone has what? What do they have? Champagne taste on a what? Beer budget. Everyone has champagne. They want the best. I went and looked at homes. You know, this in Tahoe for $7 million. And they were trash. They were 1970s smelly carpet, smelled like old slobbery St. Bernards for $7 million. Like you, that's what you get. To really get what I wanted, I found out later was $10 million. Did my agent show me a $10 million home? No, he didn't. I love this guy too. I love this guy. Why didn't he? Because he listened to me. Listen to your clients, but don't listen to your clients. They're going to tell you, you know, like, I don't want to go over 450. Show them 450. They'll be depressed. You're like, hey, you want to go out next week again? No, we got your card. We'll call you. They're depressed because it's crap at 450. But you know they're good to 600. Have one right here. Have a listing at 550, 100 grand more. The best one at 550. Fold it up. Slide it. You got your little notepad. Just you got their seat sticking out right here. There it is. It's called your emergency backup property. And you go show that one for 550. Hey, I got one right around the corner. It's got waterfalls, 4-car garage, built in 2018. It's on 1/3 of an acre. It backs up to a canyon. It's got a wrought iron fence across the thing. And I might even show it to him like this. My thumb is across the price. Look at all the pretty pictures. Look at all the pretty pictures. Like, oh, that's sleazy. Your home's so great. No. I just thumbs over the price. I want them and I go, you want to go see it? How much is it? That's the best part. I'll tell you when we get there. Let's go. And then I'm like, oh my God, we love it. We love it. It's so incredible. I said, okay, so here's my strategy. We offer 450. You'd offer 100,000. I do it all the time. And I've had sellers come down 100 grand, 75 grand, 50 grand. I've had sellers come down $250,000, come down $250,000 because they needed to sell. I close quick in 9 or 10 days. I say, you really want them to come down 100 grand? Yeah, we're closing in 9 days. Can that be done? All the time, it's like buying a milk. Is it hard to go to the store and buy milk? No. Buying a house is like buying a gallon of milk. It couldn't be any easier. I, again, mentally set that. It's super easy. You're going to fill out a loan application with your lender, give them pay stubs, W-2s, bank statements. So write down pay stubs, W-2, bank statements, pay stubs, W-2, bank statements, pay stubs, W-2s, bank statements. Super easy. And you listen to me. I'm going to get your dream home, but James Massey, if the lender asks you for something, you're going to respond same day. You're not allowed to go to bed till you give them what they want. You're not allowed to go to bed. You got to be a little bossy. Go, because they won't get the loan done, and that's not their fault. It is your fault. You don't get to watch a movie. We're buying a home. We're buying your dream home. You don't get to go home and watch a movie. You're going to go home and find your W-2s. You're going to go home and find bank statements. You're going to go home and you're going to sit there till you can find your code to Bank of America or Wells Fargo. You're going to open it up and you're going to print out the bank statements. I'm not good at that stuff. It doesn't even matter. You're going to do this because you're handicapping me. You're making my ability to get your dream home. I want an improved loan. I order an appraisal on a rush and we close. Appraisal on a rush and we close. We close them in 9 days with a good lender all day, every day. Well, the seller lives there. They're not moving out in 90 days. Oh, no, we never said the seller would leave. We'll let them stay. And 40 days from now, they can move out rent-free, no security deposit. And guess what? The price comes down. The price comes down. And maybe they only drop the price 25 grand from 550 to 525. You know what they say all the time? We'll take it. We'll take it. We love it. It's better than they go up 75 grand over their budget all the time. Write this down. If they look, they buy. If they look, they buy. If they look, they buy. You're just not showing them. I did. I showed them 450. Listen to them, but don't listen to them. If Tony had whipped out a $10 million home cabin in Incline Village, Lake Tahoe, would I really want, which he did not do, I probably would have made an offer on it. I'd probably own a cabin at Tahoe right now. And he would have made, I don't know, a $350,000 commission. I didn't even ask for a referral fee. I told him, keep it. I don't want 25%. I want to bless you and your family, but help me find what I want. And he didn't do this. Always have it. And then sometimes Rich Farless will laugh at me. They'll tell me I want to live in Loomis or Granite Bay. And then I'll find something they want, but it's in Newcastle or Orangevale. Well, Newcastle is popular, but it's not Granite Bay and Loomis popular, but it's popular. It's considered more rural. And Orangevale is like, nobody's ever said to me, ever, I want to live in Orangevale. Like nobody. But Orangevale is right here. There's Granite Bay, our number one community, and Orangevale touches it. And if you go 100 yards over that boundary line into 95662, guess what? You're in Orangevale. It looks like Granite Bay, smells like Granite Bay, feels like Granite Bay. I show them the home, like, oh my gosh, we love it, we love it. I said, okay, I can't believe the price isn't 1.7 million. This is 1.2 million. I go, yeah. You want to know why? Because I could throw a rock across and hit Granite Bay. You're in Orangevale. Oh, this is Orangevale? They don't want to spend 1.2, but they go, hey, you saw what was available in Granite Bay for 1.7 million. It's all trash. This is dreamy. Who cares if you don't have that zip code, 90210, Beverly Hills, right? And I've sold so many homes in North Highlands. Now, Tom is from Sacramento. Tom, unmute yourself. How nice is North Highlands communities? Everyone's like, oh man, North Highlands, want to live out in North Highlands. Do people say that?
No.
Never.
No.
There's helicopters that fly over. People get arrested. Helicopter police chase us there. But North Highlands touches Antelope. Everybody wants to live in Antelope. I can't make them happy in Antelope because they have champagne taste on a beer budget. I found one just across the Antelope Drive. On the other side is North Highlands. I'll find them one there with the pool. That's beautiful. And that part north of North Highlands, the northern part that touches it, is actually a really nice neighborhood. I've sold so many homes right there. Same thing with Elk Grove. Everyone wants to live in Elk Grove. Calvine, Laguna, Elk Grove. They want to live there. I sell off Calvine in 99. It looks exactly like Elk Grove. All the homes are beautiful new. It's South Sacramento. No one's ever said to me, man, I want to live in South Sacramento. Nobody says that. South Sacramento has a lot of crime. It's been a rough area. But Calvine in 99, that part of South, it's the furthest part of South Sacramento. Then it goes out in the country. It's all farmland. They plowed it all down and put up tract homes. It feels like Elk Grove, looks like Elk Grove. It's South Sacramento. I sell homes there all the time. Roosevelt Point. So it looks exactly like Roosevelt, Citrus Heights. No one ever says, I want to live in Citrus Heights. The only gangs we have in this part of town are located out of Citrus Heights. The actual gangs. And no one says, oh, I want to live in Citrus Heights. But I sell Citrus Heights all the time because I'll take them to Roosevelt Point. The developer was smart. He called his development Roosevelt Point. It's in Citrus Heights, but it's next to Roosevelt. Sold 1 million homes in Roosevelt Point because people feel like I live in Roosevelt, but it's the most northern part of Citrus Heights. So that's when you're selling. It's called being creative. You get paid to pay creative. I'll wrap up with this. I over-prepared for this segment, obviously, but I had things to say. So I'm going to end with this. Ready? What blows most deals is the home inspection. The buyer shows up and the home inspector sits there and he's like, I found this. It's this full report. Here's 28 possible things. And if this doesn't get repaired, your house will get mold. And if this doesn't happen, the house will fall off the foundation. And then your roof could catch on fire because you have a heater that's on recall and blah, blah, blah. And it freaks them out and they want the seller to fix all 28 items. Or they're like, it's like throwing cold water on them and they recoil. So you have to remember mentally setting the table. I tell every buyer, I said, listen to me, when we get to that point and we're in escrow, I said, I want you to know I'm going to hire a home inspector. Do you want me to hire a nice home inspector who tells you why it's such a cute home and it's so pretty and it looks so nice? Or do you want me to hire a home inspector who's going to tear this thing to shreds? If there's a problem, they're going to find it. Do you want to buy a home and be fooled by your home inspector? Or do you want a home inspector that is brutally honest is going to find every little, they're going to nitpick this house, and you're going to get a full report. You know exactly what you're spending 450,000 on, or 1,450,000 on, or 7,450,000 on. You're going to, it's the same, different price, the same thing. What do you want? I shut up, and they go, well, I want the home inspector is going to be hard on the home. I don't want to, I like it. It's cute, but I need to know what's going on with the windows and the roof and the insulation, the electrical, the plumbing, and is it got proper drainage? Okay, that's the home inspector I'm going to get, but I can promise you, no matter what home we find, even if it's brand new construction, this guy is so good, you're not going to want to buy the house. I'm mentally setting the table. He is going to tear it to shreds. Doesn't matter, old home, new home, this guy's a pro. Now, usually it's like leaky faucet, cracked tile, broken fence post, sprinkler is turned the wrong way and hitting the side of the house, which is stucco. And over time, this will create a health issue for your house, or you could get mold. But how you fix that, you go, you turn the sprinkler. You literally grab your hand, you turn it away from the house. The fence post, you can fix it with your dad, your uncle, your brother. You dig it up, you add some cement, you put a new post, it's a handyman repair. Like, a lot of these things are going to show you the garage door sensors where your child could get crushed under that garage door. You fix the sensors so they hit each other because someone bumps them and the garage comes down. You just fix the sensors. I can do it myself. A lot of this stuff's really simple. So though they're going to give you 28 items, what we're looking for are the big ones. Is the roof destroyed? Are the windows bad? Is the house falling off the foundation? We want to know the big things, not the little things. So be ready. It's going to be bad. I'm setting the table. It's going to be, you're going to get this home inspection report. It's going to scare the living daylights out of you. I could promise you this, you're not going to want to buy the house. It doesn't matter what home we find. This guy, okay, wow, okay. I call him up. I go, well, Lori Allen, Rich Farless, Jacqueline Hicks, what'd you think? It was great. And they always tell me, because before I did this, like, I don't know, man, we're thinking about canceling the sale. I mean, yeah, we have some repair requests. There were 48 items. We want the seller to fix every one of them. This is a piece of crap. This house is horrible. If they don't fix everything, we're out. I've got that. If you've been around any length of time, you get this. Once I started telling them how bad it was going to be, how they're going to be freaked out, it's going to be horrific. He's going to tear this thing to shreds. And I'm not joking. They're pretty good. But when I told them how bad it's going to be, they would tell me how bad they want the house. This is okay. We can live with the crack, the caulking, or we can fix the hot water heater. It doesn't have a blanket. I realize the power. We can wrap a blanket around it and redo it so it's more insulated. And they would tell me, no, we want this house. I'm like, okay. If you don't know what I'm talking about, they will jump out of escrow as quick as they jump in, like a fish out of a net. So you have to mentally set the table. The last thing is the process. You want to be able to get good at saying, hey, we're going to buy the home. We're going to get into escrow. We're going to inspect the home. We're going to get disclosures. You're going to review the disclosures. If it looks good, we'll move forward. We're going to order an appraisal on a rush. You're going to work with your lender. And if you need something, get it the same day or the next day. No waiting a week. It's going to mess up the loan process. Then finally, loan docs are going to get ordered. We're going to sign them. We're going to do a final walkthrough 5 days prior to close of escrow, because if we find something, the seller can fix it. Do you know if you do a final walkthrough in California a day or two before close of escrow, that's not early enough. It has to be 5 days prior to the close of escrow. This has been backed up. I always thought you had to do it right before you close, but their point was, if you find something that's not giving a seller enough time to complete the repair, you did the final walkthrough and things weren't wrong, you have to do it 5 or 6 or 7 days before. You're not allowed to do it within 5 days of close. And it's super complicated the way they wrote that in the contract in California. I don't know how they do it in the rest of the country. I actually argued with this brand new 1-year Coldwell Banker agent. He's super analytical. And he basically called me a child. I said, look, I've been doing this 20 years, son. And he was being rude to me. He's like, well, I've been doing it 1 year. I can tell you you're wrong. He got my face. I'm like, oh, really? I've sold at that point probably 3,000 homes. I said, there's not one agent in town that'll agree with you. He goes, look, I've talked to a manager at Coldwell Banker. You are wrong. You talk to yours. I go, you need to go talk. You talk to yours. I'll talk to mine. He's fine, but you're dead wrong. And I went and talked to my management. I was wrong. You are not allowed to do a home inspection a day or 2 or 3 or 4. In California, it has to be a minimum of 5 days prior to close of escrow. If you do it within that 5 days, you're in default as a buyer. I was shocked, and the way they wrote it in the contract is so nebulous. It was confusing. I went to everyone I knew, all the big doggies, the agents who sell a lot. They're like, oh yeah, you do it a day before close, a day or two before close. That way, if anything's wrong when they move out, you do it right before close. I go, we're all wrong. We're all wrong. It has to be done 6, 7, 8 days before close. That way, if the repairs weren't right or something's wrong, they have time to fix it. You don't get to do it a day or two before close. I was shocked. Like Rich Farless is watching this. He's probably shocked as I am. And that was Ken Dick. I went to the mouth. I'm like, this can't be. He goes, it's absolutely how it is. I've been to arbitration litigation. He goes, I go, this is not clear. And he goes, welcome to real estate. The contract is cruddy. Could use another word. But so I don't know. Look at your state. But in California, I could say this, that was shocking. But there's a process. We do the final walkthrough, that funds, it records, I hand you the keys. You can write that out. But buyers are like, they don't know what's happening. If you don't educate them, if you don't mentally set the table, they get frustrated. They get frustrated with you. You don't get referred. And then stay in touch. Stay in touch. People said I would have done it. I would have listed the home. I would have bought a home. I never heard from them again. Stay in touch. Once a year, call everyone. I just wasn't the guy to call them every week, every month. I'm not that guy. Take a day once a year or a week once a year and call your clients. Hey, Rich Farless, Jim Fury, Susan Barron, hey, Sonia Dixon, how are you, man? I'm Robin Fox. What's going on, buddy? And call people. Just say hi. That's all you got to do. You'll get listings. You'll get referrals. You'll grow. Anyways, I'm officially done. Did anybody have a question off something I said where you're like, you just didn't quite understand it, or I jarred you, or you're like, that won't work in my state, or maybe an aha moment. You're like, wow, you said that. And it clicked with mentally set the table. If you do, hit the react button at the bottom like this. You hit down low react, and you could hit this button and it raises your hand. It put me in the left-hand corner. Does anyone have a question for me off of something I shared today? Go ahead, Carolyn. I see, or you're clapping. Carolyn's clapping.
No. I didn't know how to do the other emoji. I do have a question. The home inspector, if they don't want to pay for it, you just suck it up and pay for it because it's going to create a better closing situation?
The home inspector?
Yeah. I got one. I found one, but he wants me to pay him.
Yeah, no. The buyer pays for the home inspection. Now, if they want to forego the home inspection, they could sign a piece of paper that says, I reject my bill. Well, I don't reject it. I want one. Then you have to pay for it. They are not free. Well, you're making money. That's not how this works. And you either pay for it or you do not pay for the home inspection. I would definitely never do that. Now, if it's a single mom and she's legitimately her, or a widow or someone, and they're not just, because we all know the client that wants, you're making a commission, you pay for it. I had a guy that told me to me right now, hey, you making a big commission, there's a $3,500 roof repair, you pay for it. I'm not buying the house. I was so ticked at that guy. But I had so many homes in escrow. I go, fine, don't buy the house, buy something with someone else. And that is a punk bottom thing to do. And that is horrific. That's like your employer saying, hey, by the way, I know payday's this week, but we're taking $3,500 out of your paycheck. Do you realize what you're saying to me? And I got in his face and he went through with the deal. But I had many homes in escrow. When it's the only one you have in escrow, yes, sir, I'll pay $3,500. Yes, I'll let you own me. And so you got to do 30 homes in the next 30 days. You got to knock 50 homes a day for the next 30 days straight. You have to create momentum. Otherwise, you die a slow, painful death. You never get good at talking to people. The reason you are not good is because you do not try. No, I'm trying. Really? Are you talking to 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 people a day? That's trying. Well, that's a lot of work. You will suffer and be miserable in real estate till you pay the price. You either pay the price now for success, or you pay the price of regret. You pay the price for success, or you pay the price of failure. And guess what? You can't get the genie out of the bottle. Once you're in your 60s and 70s and 80s, your life is over. And so what you do is you pay the price with a smile on your face. There's going to be trials. There's going to be tribulations. Unfair things will happen. Welcome to the club. But you will have some self-respect. You'll improve quickly, and real estate will become fun instead of being miserable because you're not any good, because you don't golf enough. Golf every day, play ping pong every day, bowl every day, play the guitar every day. You get good at those things. It is not magic. It's not your personality. It's your lack of a backbone. It's your lack of being willing to do what it takes. And so you got to look deep and go, am I willing to do what it takes for my kids? I don't have kids. Am I willing to do what it takes for my husband and my future, my wife and I'm not married, I'm single. Am I willing to do what it takes for my future so I can become someone who's economically sufficient so I can get a wife, I can get a husband, or have enough self-respect where I get enough self-confidence that I can attract the right woman woman or the right man into my life. I don't want to be married. Fine. What do you want to do? I want to help people. When's the last time you helped somebody? Because you won't even help yourself. Woo, man, this Puerto Rican coffee's good. You guys need to get some coffee in you. Any final questions today? I'm having fun with you. Come on, somebody ask me a question. I don't want to go.
Dang, go blow my hair back. That was amazing.
That was great. Where do I find these recordings? I want to hear it again.
They're all on my YouTube channel. You can watch every 1% Club every day.
Okay,
By the
I
way,
remember that. Thank you.
If you don't listen to my podcast, you got to listen to my podcast. Get them. We'll listen to them while you're working out. I have this guy. He's a plumber. Let me see if I put him under plumber. I think that's what he does.
What's your podcast called, Brent?
I don't know. Go to brentgove.com, go down, you find the button, but he said podcast number 115. He goes, this changed my life. And he said he owns a plumbing company, and it was a podcast on success, and it was 17 minutes long. All my podcasts are 10, 15, 20 minutes long. They're very short. And he said, I've never heard anything like this in my life. And he has a multi-million dollar plumbing company in San Diego. I met he and his son at 10X. So it was number 115. I did it this year. And he's like, this is pure gold. I will listen to this the rest of my life. So I'm not bragging. I'm just saying I did a podcast right before I got ready to do this. Listen to the podcast while you're working out, while you're going on a walk. Double dip, or if you're struggling in your marriage, listen to marriage stuff on marriage while you go for a walk or work out. Double dip, work on your marriage while you work on your body, work on your business while you work on your body, those kinds of things.
James just posted the link.
What?
James just posted, or not James, Rob just posted the link in the chat.
Yeah, it's great. It's going to be great.
Okay, I'll pull up the chat.
I'll be with you in the mornings.
Good. Well, wonderful, Carolyn. Thank you. So, yeah, there it is.
I'm actually doing my own. I might rip some of your stuff off, baby. I'm doing it with scripture. I really am. I'll send it to you. I'll send you one. It makes me happy.
I believe you. Good. So there it is. Yep. It's in the chat. If you can see it, but if you go to brentgove.com, I think you just hit a link, takes you to my YouTube channel, takes you to my podcast. My new book, Build, is coming out in a few months. That'll be available to you, but it's all at brentgove.com. I don't charge for any of it. You can find nothing to purchase at brentgove.com. It's there to help you, love you, serve you. Mwah! Have an awesome day. Go do 30 open houses in the next 30 days. Go do something great with your life. Employ massive action. Go talk to 20 people a day for the next 30 days. Find them. I don't know where you figured that out. And you know what? You will not have financial problems in 30 days. It is not, you do not suffer because you do not try. It's because you do not try that you suffer. No more suffering. Not on my watch. Maybe on yours. So dig deep. You got this. Let's go. We'll see you next week. By the way, I will be broadcasting from the Naughty Nickel in a place called Tortola in Johnny Depp, Pirates of the Caribbean. He talks about going to Tortola next. That's where I'm going to be on the Naughty Nickel. And so I'll be broadcasting. I may get Gene on there with me next week on the 1% Club. And we'll do 1% with Gene on his yacht in Tortola and the British Virgin Islands. There's just a bunch of islands down there. It's beautiful. It was definitely a haven for pirates. They would hide in coves and hide their treasures in the islands. So I may even find some hidden treasure. Who knows? Anyways, love you guys. Have a good day. We'll see you. Be good.